So tell me, Kate, I'm really interested to see where we're up to in terms of the project.
Well, since our last meeting, Diane, the main thing we've been doing together is just planning and putting some designs together for our sensory garden. So we started with a whole class teacher input session where we talked about the word sensory and what that meant to us. And I had to teach the children about all the different senses. So we talked about when we go out in the garden, what it is that we like to look at, what do we like to smell, what sounds can we hear, and the children talked in detail and gave examples of what they like to see, touch and smell outside.
That is really good, Kate, because that links with SDG 3, good health and well-being, with children having an understanding of how mindfulness and about being part of the world impacts on their whole body and whole mind. So how did you gather ideas and research for the project?
So we just started at looking at printed images that I'd taken from the internet and using the smart board to research and look for different sources of information, and just gathering the children's ideas of what they liked and, you know, knowledge that they had. Then we provided the children with large pieces of paper and encouraged them to write and record their ideas on the paper, Diane. I've got a short video here of some of the examples of children's ideas that I can show now.
That sounds really good. I'm really looking forward to seeing children's agency in action with their own designs on mark making on the paper. Thank you.
What ideas have you got for the sensory garden?
I've got idea put some string like that, and then get a bottle and then put holes in it, and then the bees can eat it.
What would you like in our sensory garden? Conkers! And where will we get conkers from?
In my class.
Oh, we might if we go to the woods, because conkers fall off trees, don't they?
And I want to look at the tree.
What type of trees, Victoria?
Yeah.
What do you think they are? Windmills? What would a windmill do in our sensory garden? It would blow. And what would make it blow?
Wind.
So when it blows, it moves around, and we'd be able to use our eyes as one of our senses to watch it blow around. Rocks? Yeah. And what would you do with the rocks, Lexi? Play. So what might you live under the rocks, Lexi? Maybe woodlice.
A rainbow.
A rainbow.
And flowers. I got a little flower and a wet flower, and my favourite colour pink, and I got purple, and I got green, and I got green leaves, and I got a channel, and Charlie had done those, and I went to my name. This flower and this
So you would like flowers? Your flowers look like they've got very long stems. Do you want long flowers that grow very high?
and big, high, and small.
Small and high flowers, yeah. Like a sunflower. That video was really interesting because it was showing children using their agency of actually creating their own ideas and being able to articulate, which is key for early literacy, children being able to voice what their thinking is. What sort of things did the children come up with then in their design plans, Kate? So a lot of the children all said flowers, Diane. Flowers was one of the big things they would like to see in the sensory garden. We had children talking about ponds and rainbows of different colours that they want to bring into the sensory garden. One child talked about a tunnel. Some children were talking about conkers and different trees, and definitely they want more birds to be active in the sensory garden too.
That's wonderful from an SDG 13 perspective, which is climate action, and SDG 15, life on land, that the children are sort of like planning something that is going to be for their benefit, some good health and well-being, but also for they were thinking about the insects and the others that are living in that environment. But it was also really interesting that you talked about windmills and that the children were organically and naturally bringing up SDG 6, which is about energy. Any ideas on how you could move that forward, Kate?
Well, that was a great link to our eco work, Diane, because as an eco school, we follow the pod campaign of Switch Off Fortnight. So we will be planning educational visits to see wind turbines in action, and walks over to Everton Park where we have a great viewpoint of Burbo Bank wind turbines. So naturally, from the children's interest, we'll be able to deepen their knowledge of renewable energy sources.
It was very interesting that you did lots of fascinating research inside using text, IT, and the children were mark making about what they would like to have within the sensory garden. What sort of research and gathering of ideas did you do outside, Kate?
Well, I can share a video of the children's engagement outside as they searched our school grounds in search for any unwanted materials that we could reuse, Diane. Can you see anything that we could use to build something?
I know.
What do you think, Lexi?
I know, baby. This.
What could that be used for,
I know we can make a duck.
Like a pond? Do you think we could make a duck pond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the duck can go from in the water. Yeah.
Oh,
And you
that's a
can
good...
get underneath and play hide and seek.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And you can also make a kitchen.
So would you like some animals to visit our sensory garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? What other animals could come and visit us?
Maybe. Worms?
Maybe some worms, yeah?
Oh.
And is there anything here that we could use to build something in our sensory garden?
Sticks.
Okay, there's lots of big sticks and branches.
Look, it's a big like this. That's someone built in a mountain and go look back. And somebody got a big stick.
So all of these branches have been taken from our willow tunnel. Lily, what could we use? What could we make with them?
We could build a house.
We could build a house. So Lily, are you using the big ones or the small ones?
I'm using the big one.
So what do you need the big ones for?
I need it to build a house.
To build a
Go
house?
with me, Delilah. I can't do it by myself.
Look at the size of that, Lexi. What could we use that for?
We can make it like for a duck pond.
Use
Like,
it for our duck
where
pond?
we can make a ducks. And then we can put sticks there and you walk across.
Like a balance beam for the ducks?
Yeah.
What are we going to use this for?
For a bridge.
For a bridge?
That's recorded.
For a bridge in the sensory garden? Is it?
You nearly almost got it,
Sensory
It's so
garden?
heavy. I'm tired.
Let me help you. Is it too heavy? You carry the bottom, I'll carry the top. So as you could see in the video, the children were interested in the large branches and the sticks. They decided they'd like to use them to create a house. There were tyres, pallets, trays, lots of unwanted materials that have been stored on our site, which was a great opportunity for us to talk about recycling and the importance of upcycling and waste materials. And I thought it might be a great opportunity for the children to deepen the knowledge on recycling if we plan an educational visit to the Gilmarsh Recycle Discovery Centre in Liverpool.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I bet the children were getting really excited about doing something like that.
Yeah, I think it will really deepen the knowledge, Diane, so maybe I can share some more information about that next time we meet.
I can't wait to hear all about it. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Diane.